Meet Judith Russenberger, 63, a member of Christian Climate Action and Extinction Rebellion. Judith stages a one-woman vigil outside major insurance company headquarters in London every Tuesday lunchtime. For an hour each week, rain or shine, she kneels on a homemade pad made from cardboard and a repurposed old hot water bottle. Her aim is to remind employees of the big insurance firms that they have a role to play in the climate crisis. Judith spoke to me about the role of Extinction Rebellion in 2024 and how her Christian faith informs her climate activism.
I am here in the centre of the insurance companies in London because I feel that the insurance companies have quite a large part to play in shaping our future in terms of the climate crisis. Because any oil or gas project has to be insured. Without insurance, the projects can't go ahead. So behind me, the office building has the offices of Chubb, who are a big insurance company who are likely to be insuring the East Africa crude oil pipeline. And behind you is another insurance company, and then in front of me is the Lloyd's building, which obviously is one of the big insurers. So sort of being here is hopefully a little reminder to people who walk past that the climate crisis is a real present danger, and there's something about which they could actually make a difference. I think the public have a role to play in, first of all, being informed about what causes the climate crisis and which companies contribute towards it. Because often by not supporting things or not buying things that can make a difference, the public also has a role to play in who they elect. Coming up to a general election, you can ask your respective candidates what they're going to do to protect the environment, to curtail climate change. I guess each week probably one or two people will stop and talk to me, and it can be very mixed conversations. One week someone came by and was very critical of what I was doing because apparently Novocaine, which is the anaesthetic they use for tooth extraction, tooth work, is made from fossil fuels. So you get some funny conversations like that. Particularly I've had people come along and say, thank you for what you're doing. I think generally I get more positive than negative comments.
Judith is part of Christian Climate Action, which is affiliated with Extinction Rebellion. Both groups operate using a national network of small communities, which have advantages when it comes to organising.
Whilst it's lovely to come to London and do a big action and have hundreds of thousands of people there, unless you're actually within a couple of streets of that action, you'll be totally unaware what's happening. Whereas if you do a similar but smaller action in your own local town, in your high street, it'll make a much bigger impact. I've been a Christian actually all my life, and as part of the Christian, what I really appreciate is the natural environment. It seems to me to represent the wonder of God. Therefore, as a Christian, I feel impelled to do all I can to look after this world in which we live. And so there's also this Christian thing about justice, seeking justice. So yeah, my Christian faith really does motivate what I do. So often the criticism, perhaps not necessarily of Extinction Rebellion nowadays, but certainly of Just Stop Oilers, oh, well, you do this thing that's so disruptive. You make people not like you anymore. But then if you do use a less disruptive method, nobody takes you notice. So it's a curious situation, isn't it? But I think this is value. Along with Christian Climate Action, I'm involved with a similar vigil outside the Shell building. We also keep a vigil outside BP once a week, and then a much larger group of us, usually half a dozen, hold a vigil for about 4 hours each week outside Parliament. Our government, the kind of guidance they give, the rules they make the biggest difference. Being there to say, yes, something has to happen is really important.